Hey cats, what's happening? You're probably asking yourself, hey Itchy, why aren't you riding today? How come you're riding around in a cage, driving around in your pickup truck? I thought you were a big badass biker. Well, let me show you something here. You see the temperature there is, it's 34 degrees in Ohio. And if you're doing 50 miles an hour, it puts the wind chill down into the teens. So you go faster than that, it even gets colder. And in the teens, with the wind chill, they say within 30 minutes of exposure of your exposed skin, you have a danger of getting frostbite. And then again, old Itchy's got a very low tolerance to cold. I don't like being cold. I don't like freezing my butt off. The other issue you have to take into account in Ohio, it's March right now, so most of the snow is past us, but the salt still stays on the road. I don't know if you can see there's like a white haze on the road, and that's all like salt powder. And when that when you ride your bike out on that stuff, it sticks to the bike like static, and the salt does a lot of damage to your bike, especially the aluminum, the wheels, the chrome. The salt is bad. So until we get a couple of good warm rains to rinse the salt off the road, my Harley isn't coming out yet, and it's a little too chilly for riding. Actually, take a look at the side of the truck here. I don't know if you can see in the mirror, but it's pretty well covered with salt. It's got like that white scum on it, so you wouldn't want that getting on your bike. So anyway, we're going to take a hike today. We're going to head into the falls and go to the gorge, and that's a pretty cool place. Take a little adventure and hike around and get some fresh air. We have arrived at the Gorge Park, so we're about to start our hike, and there's some real interesting features here. The neat thing about this park is that it's kind of right in the middle of the city, but once you get out of the car and start walking down through here, you'll never realize you're in the city at all. Let's go this way to Mary Campbell's cave. There's a nice waterfall down here too to show you. A lot of rocks, and that's why it's a gorge. You know, right in this area here, there used to be a big amusement park. I'm serious. It was kind of like Chippewa Lake. They had the big dance hall and the Ferris wheel and the merry-go-round and all that stuff used to be here. You wouldn't know it now. It's just all woods, trees, and park. Pretty neat.
So pretty here.
Mm-hmm. You can see the cliffs up there. Some icicles hanging off of that one. And then the river down below. Yeah, let's go down there. These are some pretty high steps.
I have to go sideways because of my foot. That's a nice picnic area.
Yeah, that's an old 3C shelter. The Civilian Conservation Corps built that back in the 1920s. It's all built out of like wormy chestnut.
It's pretty.
We'll go down there and walk on that floating dock.
Yeah.
I helped build that many years ago. Hopefully this summer we're supposed to build another one on one of the other fishing ponds. Hi.
Hi.
It's kind of a cool wheelchair ramp we built there.
Mm-hmm.
Zigzags back and forth so that the wheelchairs can come out here and fish. Everything's covered with ice today. All the pollution in the river, all the crap that people throw in the water.
Oh my gosh.
When we were building this dock, I got to tell you, I was over there, and I dropped my sunglasses in the water, and I just bought them. They were brand new, so I said, I'm going in after them. So I jumped in the water, and it was over my head deep, and there was no way. The glasses were gone. They were lost because there's kind of an undercurrent here. It was a pretty good flow. And I climb out of the water, and I hadn't been out of the water 5 minutes, and a syringe comes floating by. Yeah, pretty gross.
This is pretty cool, this dock.
Yeah, it's all plastic.
Yeah.
Pudding stone. And there it is. There's all kinds of holes in it. Oh, check out the roots on that tree. That's awesome. That rock is growing right into the tree.
Wow. It looks like one of those trees that would come to life.
Big old
Scary.
beech tree. Coming around the corner to Mary Campbell Cave, and up here on the trail, that roaring, you can see the dam down below. We'll go down there later. But coming around the corner here is Mary Campbell Cave. And the story is about how the Indians captured Mary Campbell and kept her here. They had a village that they lived in under this huge cave roof. As the story has it, Mary Campbell was only 12 years old when she was captured by the Delaware Indians and kept captive there in that cave. She was rescued many years later, but I guess she wasn't, she kind of enjoyed her life with the Indians. Wasn't all that bad. Heading down towards the Cuyahoga River. We are going down, down, down. There's your mighty Cuyahoga River flowing down through the gorge. Been a few people died out here on this trail. Yeah, kayakers like to go down there in whitewater, you know, and then they end up in trouble before they know it. They realize they're in a pretty heavy class of rapids, especially during high water when it's flood stage. So let's see, there it is behind me there. Cuyahoga River coming out of Cuyahoga Falls and running down in through Akron. But this is a pretty rough part of the river. The other thing people do is they walk this trail and they get too close to the edge, and there's a big cliff, you know, right along the edge of the river there. And they tend to slip and fall, especially people that aren't real sure-footed. So if we stay on the trail, we'll be fine. We just won't go next to the edge. It gets a little weird in icy conditions too, so probably not recommended to do it when it's real slippery out. But we're in good shape today. It's just cold, that's all.
Now you don't get in trouble for this, right? 'Cause you're not.
That's pretty. Nice little picture there. A big log jam up there.
What's that road up there?
That is South Main Street overpass. Trail doesn't go that far, but over on that far side, I guess they found some meth labs over there on where the foundation of the bridge is. And up, up, up we go, leaving the river far behind.
How old is that tree?
How old is this tree?
Look at the cool pattern in the end of the tree on your right. Right down here.
Oh, this thing?
Look at it.
Yeah, it was full of ants.
They sure made some cool trails.
It was full of carpenter ants. The crews come through and take down the trees that are dangerous so that they don't fall on pedestrians that are walking the trail.
That one looks like
This
it
one
fell.
fell by itself, so they just cleared the path here so that people could get through. Now we're on the upper trail heading back.
And then we have to go down and see the falls.
Then we'll go down and see the waterfalls, yep. These rocks are beautiful. Even in the wintertime with all the moss growing on them, the lichens. You know, the ferns are all dead, but so pretty. Yeah, there's a little live fern. Some signs of life. Spring will soon be here and we'll see everything turning green. But for now it's bleak, it's cold, it's winter.
Well, at least the wind is not blowing today. This is tolerable. When that wind blows, it goes right through your bones.
Yep.
You watch yourself.
A long way down there.
Watch for the root.
Yep.
Pretty.
Uh-huh.
Which way?
Straight ahead.
Here?
Yep. Little drizzly waterfall. Some icicles. And right here. Very slippery. Now we're going to head down this flight of steps and go to the waterfall. It's going to be really loud down there, so I doubt if you'll be able to hear me.